Hello students, in last class we have discussed about the preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, and after the preparation, now here in this class we are going to discuss about the reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Okay, and we know these aldehydes and ketones are commonly having this C double bond O group, that is a carbonyl group. Okay, and this carbonyl group is highly polar in nature. This carbonyl group is highly polar in nature. That means it is having dipoles, positive and negative pole. See, this oxygen being more electronegative as compared to this carbon will drag this bonded pair of electron towards itself, and hence it will get a partial negative charge. And as this carbon is less electronegative compared to this oxygen, after losing the bonded pair of electron, it will get a partial positive charge. Hence, a dipole will develop on the carbonyl group of both aldehydes and ketones. And therefore, we can say these aldehydes and ketones are polar in nature. And this carbonyl carbon of aldehyde and ketone can be easily attacked by the nucleophile. This carbonyl carbon of an aldehyde and ketone, being electrophilic in nature, will be easily attacked by the nucleophile, and therefore we can say these carbonyl group of aldehydes and ketones can easily undergo a nucleophilic addition reactions. Can be easily undergoing nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, and these nucleophilic addition reactions of aldehydes and ketones can be catalyzed by either acids or bases. These nucleophilic addition reactions of aldehydes and ketones can be catalyzed by either acids or bases. And here one point also we have to discuss, that in the nucleophilic addition reactions of aldehydes and ketones, we can say the reactivity of aldehyde is greater than the reactivity of ketones. The reactivity of aldehydes is greater than the reactivity of ketones towards the nucleophilic addition reaction. Why? See, we know the general formula for aldehydes, that is RCH double bond O. And here this R may be any alkyl or aryl group. Okay, this R may be any alkyl or aryl group, and this is hydrogen. And compared to the size of this hydrogen, this R is larger in size. This hydrogen is smaller in size. This is large in size. And if a nucleophile wants to attack, it can easily attack on this carbonyl carbon, because here only one larger or bulkier group is there, and the space around this carbonyl carbon is now free to attack by the nucleophile. And therefore we can say here less steric hindrance is there for the addition of nucleophile to the carbonyl carbon. Then coming to the ketone, we know the general formula for ketone is R dash double bond O, correct? And here this R dash may be alkyl or aryl, but these R and R dash are always not equal to this R and R dash are always not equal to this hydrogen. That means these R and R dash are larger groups as compared to the hydrogen, and therefore here this carbon is now surrounded by the bulkier groups, or the groups which are large in size as compared to the hydrogen. Therefore the surrounding system of this carbonyl carbon will now not available to the attack of nucleophile, or we can say this carbonyl carbon which is present in the ketone will experience a somewhat steric hindrance for the attack of nucleophile as compared to the aldehyde. Here there is no steric hindrance because of the presence of only one bulkier group, but here two bulkier groups are there. Therefore this carbonyl carbon will now experience a somewhat steric hindrance for the attack of nucleophile. Therefore the ketones are less reactive towards the nucleophilic addition reactions as compared to the aldehydes. This is one reason. And the another reason is that these substituents R or R dash are always electron donating. These are always electron donating, and these will donate electrons towards this carbonyl carbon. This carbonyl carbon. As this carbonyl carbon is taking electrons, or we can say if these are donating the electrons towards this carbon, the electron density around the carbonyl carbon now increases. If the electron density increases, then it becomes very difficult for the nucleophile to attack on this carbon, because this nucleophile is also having negative charge, and these electrons are also having negative charge, and we know that the negative will be repelled by the another negative, and therefore here this nucleophile will face some problem to attack on this carbonyl carbon, because the electron density around the carbon is now increasing in ketone, because here two substituents are there and here only one substituent is there. Okay, the first reason is that because of the steric hindrance of carbonyl carbon by the presence of bulkier groups, and the second reason is because of the less electrophilicity less electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon, less electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon in ketone as compared to the aldehyde. Okay, these two are the reasons for the less reactivity of ketone. Then now coming to the reactions of aldehydes and ketones, first we have to discuss about the reaction with hydrogen cyanide. Reaction with hydrogen cyanide. This HCN is what? Hydrogen cyanide. See, aldehydes and ketones. These aldehydes and ketones can easily react with hydrogen cyanide to form cyanohydrins. Cyanohydrins, and this reaction is carried in presence of a base catalyst. This reaction between the aldehydes and ketones with hydrogen cyanide is carried by a base catalyst. See, I am writing the general reaction between the aldehydes or ketones with hydrogen cyanide, sorry, HCN. When these two are when the aldehyde or ketone is treated with hydrogen cyanide in presence of a base as a catalyst, we will get a single bond OH, single bond CN. This product is called cyanohydrin. Take some examples for this one. The first one example is CH3 C double bond O H, that is acetaldehyde. When treated with hydrogen cyanide in presence of NaOH as a catalyst, base as a catalyst, we will get CH3 single bond C OH H CN. See here, this hydrogen cyanide is now adding to the double bond between this oxygen and carbon. This hydrogen is adding to oxygen and this CN, cyano group, is adding to the carbon. Therefore, it is a type of addition reaction, that is a nucleophilic addition reaction. And here we are using base NaOH as a catalyst. Its name is acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. Acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. We can take a ketone, simple ketone, CH3 C double bond O CH3, that is acetone. When treated with hydrogen cyanide in presence of NaOH as a catalyst, we will get CH3 COH CH3 CN. This hydrogen will now adds to oxygen, carbonyl oxygen, and the CN will adds to carbonyl carbon. Later we are discussing the mechanism. Okay, its name is acetone cyanohydrin. See, this is the reaction between hydrogen cyanide and aldehydes or ketones. We will get a cyanohydrin. Okay, now take assignment questions. Please complete these reactions and write the product here. And here I am writing the aldehyde and ketone by taking the aromatic substituents C6H5 C double bond OH, that is a benzaldehyde. When benzaldehyde is treated with hydrogen cyanide in presence of NaOH, what product we will get? And when C6H5 C double bond O CH3, that is acetophenone. When acetophenone is treated with hydrogen cyanide in presence of NaOH, what product we will get? Write the products for these two reactions. This is the assignment question. And now we are discussing the reaction mechanism for this addition or the reaction of aldehydes and ketones with hydrogen cyanide. See, this mechanism involves the following steps. This mechanism involves the following steps. First step is what? Base removes a proton from hydrogen cyanide to produce cyanide ion, that is Cn minus. Here the negative charge is there on carbon, Cn minus. See, in first step, the OH minus from the base, that is the hydroxyl ion of base, will abstract this proton, and here it will form H2O plus Cn minus, that is a cyanide ion. Okay, and in the second step, this cyanide ion which is formed in the first step will now act as a nucleophile. And here we can write cyanide ion attacks the carbonyl carbon to form anion. See, this cyanide anion will now attack on the electrophilic carbon of a carbonyl group. We know this carbon is having partial positive charge, it is having partial negative charge, and this carbon is looking for the electron rich species, and therefore this cyano will attack on this electrophilic carbon, and this oxygen will now drag the boundary of electron towards itself and forms a unstable anion, that is a negatively charged ion O minus, and this Cn will form here. Okay, then step 3 of this reaction mechanism is that the anion which is formed in step 2 now abstract a proton, that is H plus ion from water. This water which is formed in first step is now donating proton to the anion which is formed in second step to give cyanohydrin, okay. C single bond O minus Cn plus HOH. Here when this oxygen with the negative charge abstract this proton, these bonded for of electrons will now move towards this OH, and here we will get OH Cn. This is cyanohydrin plus OH minus. The hydroxyl group which is used in the first step is now reforming in the last step. Why? Because it is acting as a catalyst, base catalyst, and this formed OH minus will now restarts the cycle same. Okay, this is the reaction mechanism for the reaction of hydrogen cyanide with aldehydes and ketones. Thank you.